Hey guys, welcome. So last night I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with a whole bunch of people I know, and it was a fantastic night out. This review might reveal some spoilers, so watch at your own peril, but I really do advise watching the movie first before checking out any reviews. We don't want to inadvertently spoil anything for you. So this will be the last film from James Gunn in the MCU, his last Guardians film, as he's moving over to DC. His next movie is going to be Superman Legacy, which I'm really looking forward to, as I'm a big Superman fan. But what he delivers in the final Guardians of the Galaxy film is just amazing. It's emotional, heartbreaking, has some great comedy beats, some great action, and it's all about family. I saw the first one at the theaters, skipped the second one for reasons, but I did catch it on Blu-ray 4K, and I've seen it multiple times since then. I love it. But this one I knew was going to be something different. Like I said, it's his last film in the MCU. It's the last time we're going to see this cast of characters together as the Guardians. So I was hoping they'd have an amazing send-off, and they didn't disappoint. It was incredible. So the basic gist of the plot is save Rocket. He's hurt pretty early on in the film, and it's just about saving his life. And we've got a great villain in the piece as well. I just loved their performance. And yeah, it's just about what family will do to save each other and what tears them apart, what brings them together, their strengths, their weaknesses. And it was just incredible. So before I went in, I did catch some thoughts and feelings from some of my friends as we were about to go in, what they were expecting. So yeah, check those out.
Hi, Simon.
Hey!
Here we are. Long time no see, man. We're finally catching another Marvel movie together after like 300 years.
Pre-COVID it was.
Pre-COVID, and we're catching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, what are you expecting, man?
Tears maybe?
Tears. Bring the tissues on here.
Tears, yeah. I'm excited to see the finale of the trilogy.
Of James Gunn.
James Gunn.
The finale of James Gunn.
Before he goes to DC.
Moving to DC and doing Superman. Yeah, so this is basically James Gunn's swan song to Marvel, the last Guardians of this iteration of people. I'm very excited to see what it's like, man. And of course, I miss my buddy. It's been a long time since we've been out together and doing stuff. But yeah, we'll try and catch up when we come out as well. See if we're red-faced and crying and stuff. Hi, Kevin.
Yo, Dean!
We're at the movies, man. What are you expecting out of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
Oh man, like everyone else, I'm expecting a bit of tears. Definitely a lot of laughter. So I've been catching up the old movies and super hyped for this movie, man.
The tears, man. I'm really worried about the tears.
Oh, for sure. I'm excited to see how some of the plot points they've set out, like laying out. Like I want to see like Rocket's backstory explored a little bit. I want to see maybe like Mantis, like about how the bomb that they dropped in the holiday special.
The holiday special, oh my god, no spoilers, but they're yeah, watches.
But yeah, super excited. I mean, you know what? I'm super excited to see your reaction, Dean. That's what I want to see. I want to know what you think.
This is a late movie. We're going to be up super late, and I'm going to be up super early and edit this thing.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Anthony.
Yes.
We're about to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3. What do you think? What are you expecting from this film?
More action,
More action?
more deaths,
A lot of death?
and above all, more cameos. We gotta get those
Yeah.
cameos in. And let's hope
Yeah.
there's heaps.
I'm going in spoiler free, but I hear there's some surprises that we're going to be looking forward to.
I know, I hope.
Nearly 3 hours long, man. What do you think of it? The runtime?
I think it's about 3 hours. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
You going to be okay? You going to be getting sleepy?
I don't need to worry. I'm working. I'm off work tomorrow, so
There's a DJ who's used to the late hours, man. He's on game. Thanks, buddy.
thank you.
Rochelle!
Hello!
We're about to go into the movie, man. What are you expecting?
Oh, tears. I've heard there's going to be lots of sad bits. So.
No, your face will run.
No, it's alright. I'll be alright.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one, but I think it's going to be an amazing film. Everyone is super excited.
Yes.
What's your favourite character?
Groot, but when Groot's like little.
Yes.
How can you say
I
no?
was going to come dressed as
I
Groot.
know.
Rochelle's coming as you're one of the Infinity Stones,
I
right?
am on New Power Infinity Stone. Woo! Sorry.
Mickey!
Yo.
How you going, mate?
Not bad.
Excited for the movie, man?
Yeah, we watched the second one the other day, so...
Oh, so you're caught up.
We caught up and we fresh to death.
Yes. A few of the guys here have not seen the first two movies, so that's going to be interesting catching up with them later on. But what are you most looking forward to?
How are they going to wrap it up?
I think it's going to be really interesting how they're going to wrap it up.
That's the last one from
The
Gunn.
last one, no
Yeah.
more Guardians after this. So, yeah.
Well, not this version, right?
Not this version. There's always another version.
There's always
another version.
Stallone, baby. Thanks, bud. Fatty, thanks. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. What are you looking forward to about the movie?
I'm looking forward to enjoying it with my colleagues, and I'm looking forward to seeing Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
And Gamora's always sexy and green. And
Who isn't though, right?
pretty much. Overall, I think it's a bit corny, but I'm looking forward to the corn.
To the corn.
To the corn, yeah. To having the corn. Bit cheesy.
I really was.
But comical. And that's pretty much it.
Sweet. Thanks, man.
Pleasure.
Hope this movie is awesome.
Now, I was hoping to catch some of their feelings as they came out of the theatre, but it was a very late session. It was pouring down rain. A lot of them had to go to work today, so when I come out of the theatre, pretty much everyone was gone. So I'm sorry I didn't catch you after the movie. I'm sure I'll talk to you later about it. But as for me, yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster. It was... Sure, there was some pacing issues in the middle of the film for me. There was a scene where they were at a suburban utopia kind of a place. I felt the movie kind of screeched to a halt there for a few minutes, but not for long because the action and the emotion kind of kicks right back in again fairly quickly after those few scenes. And man, it doesn't really let go once you get started. It was just a lot of fun. So just going over the cast. So Chris Pratt is back as Star-Lord. Watching Star-Lord's arc from that first film to this one is it was really good. Having lost Gamora in Endgame, he's really an emotionally beaten guy, and where he starts in the film to where he ends is quite the journey. And having that emotional connection with the new Gamora was really fun to watch, and just to see her soften towards his sassy attitude was really, really nice. And Gamora obviously being played by Zoe Saldana. So a very different role from the Gamora that we've known for so long. Surely you've seen the Avengers films, right? You know what happened to Gamora. This is where the mild spoilers might come into it, but Gamora died in the Avengers films. And the Gamora we have in this film is like a version from a few years before. There's some time travel elements. So this Gamora never met Star-Lord or the Guardians, so she doesn't know the guys, and there's no emotional connection between her and Star-Lord. So it was really a great opportunity for her to play the same role but different, and to see that relationship between Star-Lord and her develop and grow from, hostility to grudging respect, I think. So yeah, it was really nice character arc for them. And Bradley Cooper once again bringing the goods as Rocket. He only does the voice, but he does such an amazing job. I like Bradley Cooper. I think he's an amazing actor. He's got a great singing voice, but what he does with Rocket is so unrecognizable. I mean, you can't tell that it's Bradley Cooper, but he's got such an emotional journey in this film, and it's really great. It's just really great. A lot of the work is probably done by some younger actors for the most part in this one, as there's a lot of flashback scenes for Rocket's character. But when Bradley Cooper needs to bring that emotional weight, it's there, man. And the CGI creation, what they can do now is just so believable. It really kind of takes you away with the story. Pom Klementieff as Mantis is just so cute and sweet, and I really love what Mantis does in this film as well. Like, she's got so much growth, going from a pretty cute, funny side character to a fully fleshed out emotional being who needs to find herself. Was a lot of fun. Drax, played by the irrepressible Dave Bautista, always kind of bringing the humor, those funny one-liners, his deadpan delivery. He's always so great as Drax, but in this one there's also some emotional heart that he brings. Being Drax the Destroyer, he's also Drax the dad, and I really love that journey that he went on to. Is just, oh, man, he going from being like a wrestler to a very competent actor. Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. Karen Gillan as Nebula. Nebula has gone through such a change, man. Like, when we first met her, she was the villain. She was a badass. She was dangerous. She was scary. And it's just so interesting to me to see that Nebula and Gamora have essentially swapped roles. Nebula's the nice one now, and Gamora is the horrible one. So Nebula has really kind of grown quite a lot, finding her humanity after being turned into like a thing, like a robot, courtesy of her father. So to see her have that emotional connection to her friends and her new family was really sweet. Vin Diesel as Groot, yeah, he doesn't really have to do a lot, just like, well, I don't know, I'm not a voice actor, but as I am Groot, and he has to inflect and emote that same sentence a lot of times, right? But he carries it off. He does have, and I'm not, like I said, the mild spoiler part of things, but we do hear something from Groot that we've never heard before, and I heard Vin in it, and I thought it was amazing. It was very, very cool. Okay, so as for the supporting cast, we've got Sean Gunn back once again as normal. Will Poulter as Adam Warlock was interesting. Going into this, I didn't really know much about Adam Warlock as a character. I don't feel like he had a lot of screen time. I didn't learn much about his character in this movie. I like Will Poulter. I think he's incredible. He's a great actor. In Dope Sick, he had a really amazing role. Very, very serious, dramatic turn. He has done a lot of comic stuff, but as Adam Warlock, like I said, I'm not too familiar with that particular character. I was excited to see him on screen, and he does have a nice charisma and presence, but I didn't get a lot of time to kind of get to know the character. What Will does is great, but for me, I just was like, okay, he's a new character. He's pretty much golden Superman, but yeah, I didn't get a lot from it. It was still fun. Maybe he'll get his own movie or his own spin-off. I don't know, but yeah, he was cool. I like Will. Now the bad guy of the movie, what was his name? The High Evolutionary, played by Chukwudi Iwuji. I hope I didn't butcher the name, but he is one of the most intense, horrible villains we've seen in the MCU for a long time. What he brings to the role, man, he just he brings everything and doesn't leave anything off the table. I don't think as a dramatic performer. I've never seen him before. I don't think I have, but he really gave it everything. You hate this character the moment you see him. There is and once again mild spoilers, but the whole theme of this film is basically Rocket's backstory, how he came to be, a lot of animal abuse, mistreating animals, doing horrible things to them, and the High Evolutionary has got this thing in his head where he wants to create the perfect world. If you could imagine Zootopia, but with hybrid creatures that have had mechanical upgrades and things stuck onto them, torn apart. It's bloody horrible what he does to these poor innocent creatures. And he just wants to create the perfect being, and he's been experimenting and torturing animals for years. He's kind of like a Frankenstein, so he's really a horrible, horrible person. So to watch his journey from the beginning of the film to the end, you really can't wait for him to get his comeuppance, and he does at the hands of the Guardians. But my God, he's incredible in the role. I loved him, even though I hated him. He was amazing. And once again, James Gunn brings an amazing soundtrack. He's just got such a great musical knowledge, and he knows when to drop certain songs at the best time. Beastie Boys, for instance, there's a great scene in the middle of the movie where there's a pretty awesome action sequence played to a Beastie Boys song. Goddamn, it was so much fun. It was such a great time at the movies. It's long, but it flies by at a rapid pace. It really does. So out of the three films, I'd say number one's my favorite, number 3 is my second, and then number 2. So they're definitely one of the better trilogies in the MCU. I haven't really seen much of Phase 4, to be honest. I feel like Endgame was the pinnacle, and also Spider-Man No Way Home was a great film too, but nothing's really kind of captured my interest since those two films. But this one was the first MCU film that I've wanted to go and see at the theater. I don't know what's coming next with the MCU. The writer's strike is currently on, so a lot of projects have been put on pause. Blade, for instance, was going to be coming out at the end of the year or early next year, but all production has pretty much ceased. So I'm not sure what to expect from the MCU. I'm not saying that its heyday is over, but it definitely feels like its heyday might be over. James Gunn has now left, so I don't know what's going to be. I don't know what's going to be coming down the track with more movies. Having said that, James Gunn going to DC really does excite me as well. I've enjoyed the Snyderverse to a point. There's definitely been some issues, but seeing what James Gunn can do with a big cast and a big budget, he can entertain a wide audience no dramas. Like, he just knows how to bring the fun. So to give him such an iconic character such as Superman, it's going to be completely different to Guardians. I'm 100% positive. But I'm really excited to see what he does with one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite superheroes ever. I can't wait to see what he does with it. So, yeah, guys, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it was amazing. Please comment down below, tell me what you thought of the film, how many times have you seen it. Please don't forget, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.